Bob Squad. Bob Squad. Bob Squad. Oh my goodness, how's it hanging, you crazy cats? What a special fun boxing. Hey, aren't they all special? You know why they're special? Because I'm sharing my toys with all you crazy cats, all you wild savages, all you rabid dogs out there frothing at the mouth, chomping at the bit, drool dribbling down your chin, stacked on one another like hermit crabs crawling out of a bucket, shooting the breeze, chewing the fat, yeah, gosh darn sharp shooting, gun slinging, rootin' tootin' sexy animals, every last one of you crazy cats. There's no stopping you. But you know, I'm a little beat up, as some of you know. 48 hours ago, I had double hernia surgery. LOL. The doctor, he wrote his initials on my thigh, like a groupie having the rock star sign her ample bosom. He's like, just something to remember me by there, Bob. Like, oh, Doc, would you please sign my groin? Yeah, I'll sign your groin. I don't even think he has to do that. I think it's just an alpha male thing. Like, I'm just gonna own this dude's groin. I'm just gonna tag his groin. Fuck this guy's groin. So I'm enjoying every single second of that. I bought myself some toys for Christmas. Um, and this one I'm going to open a bit early. Don't worry, I bought myself other toys for Christmas that will open as we get closer. We're going to talk about two Masters of the Universe Origins things today. The first one I got myself just yesterday for my hernia. And the second one was a wonderful gift from my buddy Gochitron. You might have seen on a few fun boxings ago. But when I went to get my medicine, when I went to CVS to get my drugs, so my hernia hurt less, and they don't work, by the way, the drugs. There were, on all 4 trips, in the pharmacy to drop off, out of the pharmacy, and then I have to come back an hour later. So in again to pick up the drugs, and then out again. All 4 of those interactions at the front door of the CVS, there were these teenage girls. Don't worry, this isn't going to get too weird. And they wanted me to join DARE, or to give money to the group DARE to keep kids off drugs. That's what they have in America. DARE, drugs, something, something, I don't know. DARE, but it spells DARE, the anagram. And I was nice the first time, but by the third time, when I'm clearly hunched over and I can't walk and I don't want to talk to them, what did I want to tell them to do, Bob Squad? I wanted to tell them to buzz off. That's right. And that brings us to Buzz Off today. He is a special B-man of the Eternia series here. Let me just pull the camera back here. And there he is in his patch of... this wave came out... I saw one of each at the Target near me in San Diego, California. And I didn't expect to see anything. I was just killing time. I expected to see 3 Skeletors, and that would be the end of it. But no, here's Buzz Off. Got a little lucky. I don't expect to see any of that line in that store ever again. It's just one of those fluke things, which is how I got the first half of the ones that I got. Let's take a look at the back. Were we looking at the box art earlier? I think I sent you guys a picture, but be that as it may. Leader of Eternia's bee people. It hurts to laugh. The Andrenids, Buzz Off uses his insect vision to keep an eye on Skeletor's evil plans. Okay, and here he is. And he's really not much of a spy if he's the same size as everyone else, but as you can see, like most bees, he is equipped with an axe. He has an axe. He has a bee axe. Let's move these here. Let's look at the line, okay? You already know He-Man. You already know Skeletor. I believe these are the new old faces of He-Man and Skeletor. There's the orange and blue sorceress, the cartoon accurate one. There's Buzz Off, who we're already talking about. Here's Jitsu, that's kind of racist. And Naked Stratos, okay? Naked Stratos is the other one. So there were 2 Naked Stratoses, actually. 2 Sorceresses, 1 Jitsu, and 1 Buzz Off. So I went with Buzz Off. I don't know. Jitsu doesn't have... I know that's a figure a lot of people want, but he doesn't really have a lot of sentiment to me. I think I had Buzz Off as a youngster. Or I think my brother did, and I inherited them, which I think is how most of my Motus, the go-to Motus, were hand-me-downs. But here we go. Okay. I'm hoping that his eyeball visor thing flips up and down. He's got those big yellow wings, which I remember were impossible to play with, but he's so ridiculous. He is so gloriously Masters of the Universe ridiculous that I just have to love this guy. He is pretty jacked. He's in charge of the bees, even though usually a queen is in charge of bees, but it's He-Man, goddammit. A man can be in charge of bees, don't judge him, and it comes with a comic that says something, Challenge of Jitsu, so it has something to do with Jitsu, so we'll take a look at that. Let's get Buzz off out of here. And I have read Challenge of Jitsu. I'm going to spoil it. I think you'll be okay. Jitsu beats the crap out of Naked Stratos, who is not naked in this. He looks like regular old Stratos. And B-Man, and then He-Man beats Jitsu. There you go. So, He-Man does tend to run into that Justice League problem of, okay, bad guy beats up everyone until they run into Superman, and He-Man has a bit of this. That they didn't try too hard with this. I think they tried to get a little clever in the earlier comics with a ninja, ironically enough, and everything else. But you know, it's fun for what it is. Let's take a look at Buzz Off, huh? Yeah, smell him. I want to smell him again. Oh, he smells so new and plasticky. Smell your new origins when you get him. Always make sure you smell them. I don't know what a riff that Stinkor smells like. Oh, fucking balls. Okay, well, this comes off, apparently. Yeah, that's terrifying. I think I like this better on. Okay, well, there's his face. There's Buzz Off's smiling face. Yeah, that is frightening. I don't like that one bit. Okay, so I thought this would flip up and down like a visor. It does not. Here is his head articulation, whatever. He's got little bee things. I'm assuming that when Clawful comes out a little later on, one of Clawful's hands will be like this but red, if I'm making a wild assumption right there. Seems like he's got half regular muscles, half of that somewhat furry body they use for Stratos and Beastman, etc. These feet, I don't know if there's another figure that's previously used this mold for the feet, but I imagine Clawful's getting those as well. Let's take a look at the wings. The wings are what we need. Yeah, well, there you go. This is very much like the original. There's no crazy gimmick on it. His legs still do, and his arms still do all the things that these figures do. But they gave him his wings. And it's even though it's brown and yellow, it's a new color, just to add a little bit more color to the shelf. And I want to take a look at his accessory here. And I don't know how the hell he's supposed to hold this, quite frankly, but maybe I'll just do one of these and see how the bee holds his bee axe. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's none of our beeswax, I guess. I'm in a lot of pain, guys. This is a terrible idea. I should not be recording at all. But it works for him. It's a cool color for a weapon. I like the dark brown. Everything works for our bee friend here. So I want to put him up on the clear. Almost looks like he's flying there. Yeah, look at him go. Look at him go. That's Buzz Off. I mean, if you can see them in a package, you can get an idea of what they look like up close. There's really not a lot of unveiling to do with the Motu Origins. You see them, and then there they are. This, I have no idea how that's going to stay in the hand. So if you're really picky about that stuff or persnippy, does it fit around? Can I do one of these gimmicks? I don't really think so. Not really. I could shove it. I could force it, but I don't think you're supposed to. Are these both the same hand? We're going to find out. I don't really know the answer. Well, that might be a point of contention with some folks. Maybe some folks aren't going to be happy about that. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay with it because I got Buzz Off and hoping for the Vicodin to kick in. So I think I should be okay with Buzz Off. And I'm just kind of cramming them in there, but there's his... Yeah, okay, that's not really working. Okay, the weapon isn't working, but the wings look great. Very similar to the original. They're just kind of stapled in there, and there they go down, and there they go up. That'll look cool in stop motion, too. Just have them buzz around. What a silly character. When I rewatched the Filmation episodes all summer, Buzz Off was on a time or two, and every time they were just so lazy. He would just say buzz and then his line, and then he would say buzz again and then his line. and he was just flat out B guy. I love the blatant not trying of making a character. He is just B man who I'm not big into Simpsons past the 90s, but there is a Bumblebee man thing going on here, and it's hard not to think of one without the other. So I don't know what I'm going to do about the weapon and how he's going to hold the weapon, but I was lucky to see this line as early as I saw it. So I think a lot of other people, they seem to be more excited about Jitsu, but hold on, I had a good pun coming up, and I want to lose it. But speaking of a hive mentality, here's the Rise of Evil 2-pack that we're going to talk about. Oh, man, yay. Oh, wait, hold on. I found this thing for Buzz Off. Yeah. This is the things where his body parts come off. These things are stupid. I don't get. I'm throwing that away because of fuck. I keep at least one comic from every line, for every series, or rather, every wave. That's what I'm looking for. We're talking about the Rise of Evil 2-pack. Again, this is from the magnificent FUNBOXING I got from our buddy Gojitron, a great member of the Bob Squad. And everyone who watches these videos are members of the Bob Squad, by the way. There are definitely 2 OG Bob Squad members, hands down, but everyone, you watch this, you are a part of the Bob Squad. That's why the channel is called Bob Squad. My name is not Bob Squad. The channel is, that's the name of the people who watch it, so you're on board. Okay. This hilarious 2-pack. First, it was going to go to Target as an exclusive, and it still is. And no one could get it, and everyone was mad. And then it was warming the shelves beneath the pegs, and everyone was mad. And everyone hates each other. As well they should. because Lord knows there's more than enough toy guys to go around. Plenty of room to stay mad at each other. No, there's not. You're all idiots. Okay. I'm excited to take a look at this because this is, sorry, Buzz Off. This is a 2-pack that I'd seen many times in stores. I picked it up many times, looked at it, thought the weapons looked cool, and the head with the red eyes looked cool. I really don't know much about Cronuts, except those are the donut/croissants that they sold off the sidewalk in New York. So interested to find out about good old Origins Cronuts. This is the first time we've heard of Cronus, and they already got to put Origins in front of his name. Did they lose the name already? How the hell did that happen? This is the Rise of Evil 2-pack. So Keldor, named after Caldors, which was a Northeast retail store like Jamesway that went out of business in the 80s. Okay, that's really specific, but that's okay. I'm going to take a look at the box art first. So the idea is that Keldor eventually becomes Skeletor, Cronus becomes Trapjaw in the past, and you see there's Merman in the back and Triclops in the back. Before Skeletor and Trapjaw, Keldor and Cronus terrorize Eternia in their quest for total domination. There's Beastman to the left, King Randor to the right. Well, we know Chris is going to love that. Man-at-Arms, or really probably just a Palatial Guard, if anything. And Naked Guy Stratos. This is the first appearance of Naked Stratos. He is in the back there as well. So we're going to take a look at who else we have. Panther, Battle Armor Skeletor, yeah. Battle Armor He-Man, Reman, and Clamp Champ. Ram-Man, not Reman. I'm struggling, guys. You got to bear with me a little bit. I'm going to do the thing where I take the heads off because I usually hate doing that, but I'm going to do it for you guys. And because Goji gave me this awesome gift. So let's take out the Rise of Evil 2-pack. And they are free. Hey, I should have said this earlier up top. Sorry about my voice. They put a breathing tube down my throat, and they said your throat's going to be sore. Your voice is going to be a little bit shot. So if I'm not projecting as much as I usually can, have no voice, and also no more diaphragm because my stomach muscles don't work. Let's take a look at Cronus first. Now, Trapjaw, who, of course, he becomes, was a figure I never had much connection with. I think he's cool, like most people tend to. So Cronus, really, for me, I don't know how much depth there really is into the Trapjaw character. So Cronus is really just straight up thug. Let's just be honest. He's the sidekick. He's extra muscle for the boss, the Keldor, which we'll talk about in a sec. He doesn't look. He looks good. He doesn't look bad. I'm glad they gave him this weapon because this is the best pose for him. give him something to do other than just standing there kind of hulking. So I think this is already how I think he's going to stay. Basically, he just needs to be extra muscle and grinning idiot. These green knee pad, quad pad things help him pop a little bit. He can maybe if they even did his shins, that would be nice too. But he's there to be the muscle, and you do notice as Trapjaw has, to my understanding, a little hole up top there that you can put string through his head and make him zip line from his head, which would be hilarious if this was a removable helmet. It is not, and he zip lined from his helmet, and then he falls out of his helmet and then falls to his death. LOL. Take a look at his weapon. I don't know how much the light's going to catch it, but it's a basic black gun. I think there's a repaint of it. If you have Gray Skull, they have those beige weapons. This looks to be the same one, but it should be black for Cronus. Let me just give you another look. Okay, so you see, so this is the precursor, because I believe that it's the right arm that Trapjaw doesn't have, that turns into all the weapons, and it looks kind of like that. There's a satchel, which I think you can undo. Like, okay, so there you go. There's no real... This is interesting. I'm just noticing this now. There's 3 holes here. Nothing that comes with it to fill it up, but there's 3 patches. Maybe whatever weapons come with Trapjaw can sneak in there somehow. But there are 3 holes on the back of Cronus's gear. It's hard to say Cronus. He's got a nice ugly face on him. I mean, he's mostly blue. He is kind of a little bit of a dull blue, but he is. I like that he's grimacing and looking unfriendly. Because honestly, how many different facial expressions do you need Cronus to make? So, cool. It's so hard not to say Trapjaw. Talk about Keldor, which I think is really the moneymaker, the attraction of this 2-pack of how they can get you to buy this 2-pack. Couple things first off. Right away, they did more with this figure than I thought they were going to be, as far as just making it another Skeletor. And the biggest, most obvious thing is the cape. Wow, and the hair. The hair is gorgeous. Yeah, it's plastic. I mean, it's going to limit his mobility, whatever. Not even really. I mean, actually, his head still turns quite a bit. It's the up and down where you're not going to get much of. But he's going to have his head down most of the time. He's a sinister guy. He's got a goatee. He lets you know with the hair that's slicked back and the kind of Count of Monte Cristo mustache and the eyebrows. I mean, they make no secret he's an evil guy. Unlike here, let's do this. I got Skeletor here. So here we have a Skeletor. They give you some green and some kind of reddish light purple just to make him pop a little bit, just to make him a little different. I know the feet are different. I wouldn't even notice that. Somebody else pointed that out. And the purple itself is a little different. So the feet are more traditional on Keldor because he's not a mutated bone guy yet. And I'll just give you a look. I think he has not a satchel thing. His loincloth thing is pretty much the same. What's going on underneath here? Woo! Easy. Jesus. That's what they did to me when I was in my gown for all those hours. This European nurse named Natalia had to clean my crotch, I guess. Nothing was wrong with my crotch when I showed up. She was just like, I have to wipe you down and yada yada yada. I'm like, you make all the excuses you want, honey. But okay, Bob. Focus. I'm sorry, Scuba Pete. I didn't mean to. Why did I apologize to Pete? I don't know. Okay, let's talk about these weapons right here. I love these. Totally in love with these. Wow, even the Havoc staff. Coming out of the package, the Havoc staff that's half green on the right here looks even better. And I love this power sword. It's a full power sword, so as you see, this is a half and half that comes with He-Man and Skeletor. But this is a full power sword. I'm lucky. I've heard stories of people having their... Well, actually, it is slightly bent. But I've seen worse cases of the things being bent coming out of the package with a lot of Motu Origins. There's very few complaints about this line, but I've seen that complaint. This doesn't look too bad. I think actually I'm looking at it both camera and live. It looks worse on camera, and live it's actually not that big a deal. So I wouldn't even really notice. I just wanted to bring it up to be fair, so I'm not, let's only say good things forever. Like, no, we can't do that. But I don't think it's bad. I think, yeah, on camera, I'm looking at both again. Yeah, on camera it's a little jonky, but really, live, it looks fine. So, what could I tell you? I'm going to give him his Havoc staff as well. I think the Skeletor actually has a little trouble holding both, and apparently Keldor does as well. Okay, well, I'm not doing so well with this. Okay, yeah, okay, well, there you go then. I'm also with limited room. I think that actually would have stayed in better if I wasn't, if I didn't have a couple of inches to work with. But well, my ex-girlfriend has the same problem. Okay, Bob, are you finished? Are you finished? Okay. So Keldor and Cronus are quite menacing. I'm going to take the Havoc staff out, and I'm going to do this. We're going to gotta take a look at this head, because this is another reason everyone's all about this set. Focus. Wow. Oh, that looks better out of the package too. The package does not do this justice. Video helps. So I'm going to do this, and I know this is what you're supposed to do with this slime, but I hate doing it anyway. I'm going to do it. So I think you just go for, yeah, well, actually that comes off like nothing. So, having a little trouble getting them on. I don't have a lot of pressure to, okay, yeah, okay, okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think I see it now, so let's do one of these. Because I know what everyone's going to do. They're going to take the head that comes with Keldor and put it on their Origin Skeletor. I like the first Origins Laughing Skeletor skull head. I don't know what's everyone, but these eyes on the right are really, really sweet. And video doesn't do them justice, quite honestly. So this pack is actually a bit cooler than I thought it was, but I'm glad to get it from Goj and forced me to give it a try, because I would have passed on it and I did pass on it otherwise. And now that I have it, I have a greater appreciation for it. My eyeballs keep going to this green piece on his chest, this green bat-like thing, and it makes all the world of difference. It almost makes me wish they just made this Skeletor, because he looks great. He's a great-looking Skeletor. And there is our Keldor head, or Keldor's head. So, there we go. This is the Rise of Evil 2-pack. So, yeah, but the boots aren't sinister enough. He doesn't have devilish feet. But yeah, actually, this Keldor, this Skeletor looks pretty badass. So, I'm going to give him a glowing power sword like so. Here he is. And here's our friend Buzz Off. Now, unfortunately, a little bit of a bad guy notice. As I wrap up this Motu Sun Bob that I just can't finish to save my life, I don't think I can get the new Buzz Off and the two Rise of Evil characters into the video. For starters, I already proclaimed the Buzz Off dead, so and it's just too long and full as it is. What I will do after Motu, I will do another G.I. Joe, think about a Transformers, and I'll do another shorter but full episode of He-Man alluding to an original battle. There's an original battle that I allude to in the story that you don't actually see. So I think I'll actually do that, and we'll get to see Buzz Off and the two that Ghost sent me, and probably a few other surprises as well in that story. So everybody does make it on camera, even if they don't make it onto this one. Everybody does get their turn at the theater, if you will. So this has been fun, just sharing my toys with you guys, and this is my chance to be able just to talk with you guys a little bit, as I am banged up and I got some holes in my stomach, and I'm having a little bit of a trouble. There you go, Buzz Off, with all of that. And I hope there's not anything I missed in the toy review. What is my actual review? What is my opinion? Rise of Evil 2-pack, cooler than it looks. Why did we all fight each other over it? I don't know. Buzz Off is a winner. Buzz Off, to me, captures the Motu, the brash silliness of the entire series. And I think a winning effort with Rise of Evil still feel like I don't think Cronus was a necessity. He doesn't look bad, but I think Cronus on his own would warm the pegs. I think is the problem there. So why make him? I don't know. I think, and then Keldor on his own would probably have to be some kind of exclusive we couldn't get. So maybe it just worked out for the better. And here you go. Here's Keldor and his younger thug friend helping him do evil things until eventually they get caught and Keldor's face melts off and everything else. So, Rise of Evil 2-pack. If you don't like Cronus, Evil Necessity. Evil Necessity to get to a very cool Keldor figure and Skeletor head. So, thumbs up still on this line. They don't got the Havoc staff is a little bent actually. You don't got to kill the weapons, guys. You don't got to kill the weapons. But be nice to each other. We don't live forever. None of us are getting any younger, but all of us, I hope, are having a good time and being friendly to each other as members of the Bob Squad. Bob Squad. Bob Squad.